Alright, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today's motovlog is going to be about... let's talk about, what the heck is this lady doing? Totally oblivious to... Oh, she was going the wrong way. Wow, how embarrassing. We're going to talk about some YouTubers and some media influences that I like to watch and listen to and stuff like that. I gotta do a couple of things here. Gotta zip my jacket up. You guys like watching me, so I figured I might as well tell you guys the people that I like to watch, or at least I used to like to watch, in hopes that, you know, you guys have other avenues to, you know, have entertainment. So when I got really sick, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was one guy that I was watching. He does a daily vlog, and he really inspired me to do stuff that's more outdoorsy, and to just pick up my stuff and just go on an adventure whenever I really feel like it, or whenever I have the ability to, because there are not many people who have the ability to just do that, to just go. And his name is IAMJAKE. I'll go ahead and link everybody's channels in the description below, of course. IAMJAKE, I don't even remember how I stumbled upon him. But anyways, what he does is he lives out of his Jeep. So he travels pretty much the United States. He's a U.S. Air Force reservist. And he travels back and forth to Portland, to Wisconsin, where he's usually from, Oregon, you know, different parts of Oregon, because that's where he was stationed. And really, he has a system that allows him to just live on the road. And eventually, it's something that I would love to do on my motorcycle, whether it's this motorcycle or a different motorcycle. It's something that I would love to do, because he just has this attitude of, hey, I just got to take it one day at a time, and I'm just going to try to see as much stuff as I possibly can. And he's just a funny guy. So he records everything. His cinematography is pretty good, because he takes his influence from another daily vlogger named Casey NEISTAT. So he's my second channel kind of guy that I used to watch a lot when he used to do daily vlogs. And he's a kind of 40-year-old guy who lives in New York City, and he pretty much built a career out of making vlogs. He was vlogging before anyone else was, and he really instilled this kind of thought in my head of just, it doesn't matter what you have, no matter what your idea is, if it's an idea worth telling, if it's a story worth telling, tell it any way that you possibly can. You don't need a fancy camera, you don't need this, you don't need that to do it. You just need the idea, and you need the story, and you have to be convicted enough to tell that story in a way that's relatable and in a way that's entertaining. So I'll go ahead and link his channel in the description below. He's an awesome YouTuber. He seems like a pretty good guy. He's super headstrong, and he's kind of the one who influences a lot of the vloggers that are out there right now, in terms of what he does with time lapses, in terms of what he does with drone shots, and just the entire idea of taking a camera on his daily lifestyle and just showing people his life. And that's not a thing that's really easy to do, you know, when you're as busy as he is. But he shows that no matter how busy you are, if you're willing to chase something, you will make time for it. Like, for example, back in when he was doing a daily vlog, he doesn't do daily vlogs anymore because he's focusing on his business. But back when he used to do daily vlogs, he would get up at like 6 in the morning and devote, I think, 2 hours of his morning to sharpening himself physically. So he would run, he would work out, he would go to the gym, he would do this, that, the other thing, to make sure he stayed fit. And then the rest of the day, he would record stuff and then kind of walk you through his journey of what he had to do and how he was doing it, where he was going, and he did it in a super entertaining way. And then at the end of the day, he would, you know, go back home, and then that night he would pretty much burn the midnight oil and edit the vlog for that day and post it. So he had content every single day, and he kind of told me the importance of having a set schedule, and if you really want something to be your job, you have to work at it like it is your job. And speaking of other people who have been working at things for a really long time, this guy has probably been the most influential in terms of what he's done for my life, and that's NUTNFANCY. NUTNFANCY, he's not a daily vlog or anything like that. He's a gear reviewer. He is a U.S. Air Force veteran, and what he does is he's focused on shooting guns and being outdoors. So he does everything from riding motorcycles and dual sports and doing camping trips, but he mostly focuses on gear reviews, whether that's guns, watches, boats, knives, tactical gear, anything. So what his philosophy is you need to be ready for anything at any time, and your gear has to be as ready as you are. And that kind of instilled this idea of, hey, do your research before you invest into a project, because you only have so much money and so much time to actually be able to do that project. So when I didn't have a ton of money, I was watching a ton of his videos, whether it was me looking for a new gun or me looking for the next knife to get. I'd watch his videos because he did everything systematically, and I still strive to do things as systematically in my videos as he does, just because it makes sense. It's really easy to follow, and everything in his videos is super consistent, and you know, he does it in a way that makes you either love the item or hate the item. And if you kind of put yourself in his shoes, I'm going to take a detour right now since I'm early for work. He puts things into perspective in a way that you know, a normal casual user will understand, but it's meant for hardcore users because he's a hardcore user. Almost lost my friend in there. So he's been super influential to me in terms of being conscious of what gear that I have, in terms of the lifestyle that I live, with being a really avid shooter and loving the shooting sports and loving tactical stuff and carrying a flashlight and a knife on me at all times and whatever, just being ready for whatever the world has in store for me. Really, he's kind of the one who helped me figure it out. I don't really watch a ton of his videos anymore because he's been focusing on more stuff that I'm not really interested in, like watches and boats. I'm not really interested in watches and boats, but I'm super into camping. So he used to do a ton of camping adventures, like solo trips and 2 and 3 and 5 day trips and really extreme stuff where he's camping out in the snow, and he's bringing a ton of gear along with him and he's testing it. So he's a gear tester and reviewer, and I really used to enjoy watching him, and I don't really enjoy watching his stuff too much anymore, just because, you know, I'm not going to buy a boat. I'm not going to buy a $200 watch when my watch just works just fine. But he's another one. And in terms of like just other kind of channels, I like to watch like video game channels because I used to love playing video games when I was younger. I used to play competitively when Call of Duty 4 came out and stuff like that. I played Cal and TWL, but that was kind of a lot of fun. But I kind of grew out of gaming, and I just found a lot more enjoyment out of watching other people play games. But yeah, I won't really talk about them because they're not really focused on my channel. But let's talk about those three that I just went over. So there's IAMJAKE. He's kind of got this happy-go-lucky attitude with things, and he shows, oh gosh, man, getting caught at these red lights. He's what I eventually want this channel to be. So I've you know, I want to take this, I want to take Pine ADV to the point where I can be like IAMJAKE, where I just ride. I go from state to state and place to place, camp on the side of the road, do whatever I can, and just enjoy and take you guys along with me. And Casey NEISTAT is kind of the guy who got me into video. I don't know if I told you that, but he's kind of the person who said, hey, if you got a story to tell, then tell it. And I thought to myself, like, hey, I've got a story to tell. I've got some lessons that I can teach some people. Why wouldn't I want to tell them? So he's kind of the reason why I got into doing videos and recording myself while I'm on my motorcycle and while I'm on my trips and stuff like that. And he's kind of the discipline that I want to reach. And NUTNFANCY, he's the guy who taught me the lifestyle that I am now. Like, I can guarantee you that I wouldn't be as outdoorsy of a guy without NUTNFANCY and his channel. So he's kind of where I came from, and his systematic approach to things is where I eventually wanna go. I want to make my channel. I want to make my channel as easily relatable and as understandable as his channel is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys really take a look at their channels, and you can definitely see what influence they have in terms of my videos, in terms of the music that I choose, in terms of the cuts that I do, in terms of where I want to go and what I want to do with this channel, and in terms of what kind of person that I am. But I'll go ahead and do a detailed write-up of their channels and pretty much just go a little bit more in depth on the next blog post and on the Pine ADV channel. So if you want to find links to their channels and you want to find links to my favorite videos of theirs, go ahead and check out pineadv.com. It'll be in the news section, and you should also poke around there, just because I work really hard on that avenue and on that piece of the project, and if you guys haven't checked it out, it's really worth taking a look at. But anyways, guys, I gotta find my way through this traffic now, and if you guys have any questions or comments, or want to leave your favorite YouTubers that you watch in the comments, I'll definitely take a look at them, because I'm always down to waste some time and find some entertainment, and more importantly, find some influence through other YouTubers. But anyways, guys, this one's gonna kind of run long, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and until next time, peace out.